Speedway, the celebratory donuts for Kasey Kahne as he made a little history tonight. The first driver to win officially under the lights in a scheduled race here, and a new tradition has begun here in Atlanta, racing under the lights Labor Day weekend. And Kasey, when it comes to timing, you guys could have timed this thing out any better to get maximum points tonight before you guys have to go into Richmond. It's got to make you breathe a little bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, timing and just a full team effort. These guys have stepped up. The pit stops were perfect all night long. The calls from Kenny Francis, Keith Rodden, our engineer, you know, the communication, everything worked out in our favor tonight. And that's tough to do on a Sprint Cup race. I mean, the competition is so tough right now, and we were able to do it. So it feels really good.
Hey, Kasey, the race car driver in me wants you to explain to me, what did you do with the throttle on that restart for the win going through 1 and 2 and through 3 and 4?
I was spinning my tires every restart throughout the race in second gear, so it took off in second. I spun them a little bit. I'm trying to get traction, and David gave me a little bump there, and which was fine. I shifted to third, fourth, about right there, and never lifted again.
You were wide open.
Never wide open.
Daytona.
Look at it. It looks wide open.
But take a look at this, Kasey. Once you get by Kevin, I mean, it looks easy to us sitting here looking at it, but that can't be easy. But it looked like you got a shot out of the rocket.
That's a pretty stressful point right there, too, just with him right on your right rear corner, getting into the corner. You know you have to drive in real hard and keep the car kind of loaded in the racetrack. And so I was able to do that, and then from there, I knew I could run for 10 laps. Our car, Budweiser Dodge, was really quick for 10 or 15 laps, and then I just get so loose that Harvick and Montoya were a little bit better at that point, but it was only 11-lap dash, so I thought we were in good shape once we got to the lead.
What were some of the things you did to the car? You know, 500 miles are starting in the daylight and then going into the night, first time ever. Did you just make a lot of adjustments? Because whatever you've done, it worked.
Yeah, we made a good bit. Every pit stop except the final pit stop. Right? The final one, I said, leave it. And I said, it's good enough. We just see where it goes from there. But no adjustments on the final stop. Other than that, we dropped the right side track bar about a half a turn, maybe each stop, and put a little bit of wedge into the car, and maybe a touch of air pressure in the right rear. So it was just small adjustments throughout the entire race, and it feels good. That car was quick tonight. Getting in the chase is what we need to do at Richard Petty Motorsports, what we're trying to do really hard, and they brought me a great car this weekend, and everything worked out well.
And we're willing to wager that we're not the first people to tell you this, but you moved up 5 spots from 11th to 6th.
Yeah, I heard that, and that's huge. You know, up to 6 plus bonus points if we do make the chase, and you know, so we should have a little bit more of a point gap there. You know, getting into the next week going into Richmond. I'm not sure what we'll have to finish, but hopefully we run up front and battle all race
It'll
long.
be lower than it would have been if you didn't win today.
Sure, we're looking a lot better.
And we've heard almost everybody say that this is the night. I mean, this is the night you had to make your move. You did. How are you guys going to approach? What will you think? I mean, I think you got 95 points ahead of 13. To me, that seems like you can go up there and have a comfortable top 15 and you're in, right?
Yeah, a comfortable top 15, but if you're racing for a top 15, to me it's as tough to run from 15th to 25th in this field, or 30th, as it is to run from 1st to 15th, you know. So, you know, we'll go up there and run as hard as we can, do everything to be up towards the front, and just do what we did this weekend, you know, do everything we can. Just every normal weekend that we've had for the last little while, we've done awesome. The team, we missed it a little bit at Bristol, hurt us in the point. That was a rough race, but other than that, everybody's done an awesome job.
Kasey, let's have a little fun now. So the next week is probably one of the biggest weeks of your racing career. So will you run Eldora Wednesday night?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The prelude is going to be big Wednesday night. I'm excited. I'm driving for Eric Jacobson. It's a really fast car, and I look forward to that. I want to tell you guys, too, my sprint car team, Joey Saldana, Budweiser 9, has won 16 World Outlaw races this year.
All right.
It won 3 in a row in the last couple weeks, and the pressure's on me. I used to tell them, like, hey, you guys, I'm going to win more than you guys. But now I can't even come close to them. They're on a roll. So,
what's a good owner? Good owner.
Kasey Kahne Racing's doing a great job.
But don't you really think that your appearance at our Macon Speedway a month ago was the reason you're doing so good now?
That was big, Kenny. That was big.
Sure it was.
We had a good time, though. That was a good race that night, too.
Yeah. The Power
Macon's a little track, but it's racy. There's a lot going on in that little course.
I got a question in all seriousness. How can these teams, you know, here you are winning, and then you see Elliott Sadler like 30th, and some of the other guys way back. You see that with a lot of the teams. What do you think that is?
it's tough for me to figure that out. I know, like, at points in the race, you see them and they're quick, and then they fall back. And tonight we made a half round on the track bar too much. And I went from probably about third, fourth to maybe 11th or 12th and was dropping quick. And then I saw Jimmy Johnson later in the race. He was up front, and here he came to the back. You know, so and then he spun
out, coming off turn two. That's the call.
So I think it's just really fine adjustment and communicating and just figuring this car out. It's tough. It's tough to figure out, but when they're right, I mean, that thing is a dream to drive those last 10 laps there.
You guys figured it out tonight. Congratulations to Kasey Kahne and his whole Budweiser team as they get the victory here in Atlanta and move up 5 spots in the points.
Oh, good
Congratulations to Kasey Kahne from NASCAR Banking, only from Bank of America. And that may be the king of beers. We got the king of racing coming up next.